Good morning, everyone, from Busch Gardens here in Williamsburg, Virginia, one of our favorite parks to visit. It is a beautiful day here. It's also expected to be quite a busy day. We did see a number of school buses pulling up as we were pulling into the parking lot. And as far as parking goes, we were also outsourced to the France lot, which is how you know there's going to be a lot of foot traffic today.
We are here at the tail end of food and wine season, which is one of our favorite times of year to visit this park. And though we may not get on a ton of rides, we do have to get on at least one.
Yeah, they've recently reopened their newly reimagined Loch Ness Monster attraction. The interlocking loop was a classic element, so I'm glad they didn't close that ride down. It did need a little bit of TLC, and I'm glad it got it because I've heard nothing but good things about the reimagining and the new themed elements that have been added since the attraction reopened. So we're looking forward to getting on Loch Ness today and just to having a nice ambient day here at Busch Gardens Williamsburg and picking up some food and wine items to celebrate Katie's birthday. It's gonna be a fun day, guys. I'm Tim.
I'm Katie.
And we do things like this. You may have already noticed we're testing a new camera today, so I apologize in advance for any quality issues, any sound issues, just any issues. I'm sorry. June is an excellent month to be a platinum member with SeaWorld Parks and Entertainment because we get tons of rewards in June, not the least of which is this Loch Ness Monster keychain. Complimentary for platinum members only. We picked up our voucher, and now we're gonna go pick up our keychains. Into the Emporium, where we have our new Loch Ness Monster stuff front and center. I like the plaid. Oh, there's a little book.
Fact or fiction?
I like this one too. This is the classic logo with the new print. Weatherills, Legendary Cruise Tours. That's part of the theming now. We'll see that later. And here they are, our Loch Ness Monster Legend Lives On member keychains. You know, just a little token of appreciation. Nothing super special, but super cute. The internet tells me that there are two ways to do a multi-country park. You can start in Canada or you can start in Mexico. And we are Mexico people, so we're starting in Mexico. Let's go. Happy June. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I disrupt nap time? I'm so sorry. Finnegan's flyer is flying. Oh, look. The sky buckets are running too. You know, I've seen an awful lot of band shirts today.
I think that explains the buses.
The buses might be band people. It might be band weekend.
Yep.
Well, I hope they're having a good time. Boy, Mexico is a lot further away in this park than it is in the World Showcase at Epcot.
Next, please.
Oh, this looks so good. So good. Cilantro and everything too. The reason we go to Mexico first is because it is devastating when they run out of horchata. It's like a cinnamon rice milk drink and it's so tasty.
It's like, I love rice pudding and it's like drinking rice pudding, which sounds
with
gross.
Cinnamon.
Yeah,
rice
pudding should have cinnamon in it.
Yeah, but you can't really taste the cinnamon. This is more, spicy is not quite the right word, but it has spices in it.
Yeah, it has boldness. Now, historically, I think they've used smaller tortillas. They do look like a little light on the stuffing, but it does allow you to kind of grip it better and less stuff is falling out.
Ah, I saw the drivel.
Pork seasoning is excellent. Love the pickled onions. Ah, this is good.
This is my dream taco.
They are breaded, okay.
Yeah, tempura shrimp. But it's the sauce that really kicks it. One taco to go. Oh, look at the juice pouring out the back.
That's been cooking.
That's
for
good.
days.
They make everything fresh for food and wine too, which is really nice. So while we're here, we decided to do something that we've never ever done before, and that is the Aviary. It's free. Why not? Into the unknown.
Oh, look, birds.
Oh. Hello. No food for these.
Okay. You chill out. Oh.
Wow, look at it. Oh, look at that.
This one wants to climb.
Katie keeps offering birds food and they're like, nope.
Oh, hello. Oh, how cute. Come on over, buddy. Get some food.
I'm surprised we've never done this before. To be honest, we've walked by this like 100 times and never actually inside. It does close a little earlier, yeah.
Well, if they take like an hour break, like the birds get like a lunch break.
Yeah. Well, that was really fun. I can't believe we've never done that. Seriously.
Yeah.
We've walked past it so many times.
A billion times.
It was well worth doing. So we're headed now into France, which is directly adjacent this area. We're thinking we want to try to see what the line looks like for Griffon. We do have a Platinum member quick queue, which allows us to jump on one ride today without waiting in the standard queue. I don't know if it's worth using that right at the start of the day, but we'll take a look and see. We checked the queue, we think it's gonna be about a 25-minute wait, we're gonna do it. We're doing Griffon. And the great thing about being here at Busch Gardens is that we have a camera card approved, which means we can take you on the ride with us. Front row ride on Griffon, coming right up.
Now prepare to enjoy the power and speed of the mythical Griffon.
Alright, hey, no hands. No hands.
Not the hands. Yeah, do the hands. Woo!
Sometimes you get that extra click from gravity.
I got the extra click.
What a view.
So
Oh, this is
It is
fun.
beauteous.
This is the fun part.
Hasn't even started yet. There we go. Now we're talking. Woo!
3, 2, 1.
Oh, look at that! Loch Ness! It's going, look! Woo! Woo! Oh my god! Whoa! Yeah! Whoa! Oh no, the mist! Oh, what a ride!
Such a fun ride.
Very slick.
You know, I've done Griffon upwards of 20 times now, and I've never had a bad ride. A lot of enthusiasts have done way more than that, but 20 is pretty high for me. It's also a staggering number never to have had a bad ride. Fun little piece of trivia. This eating area behind the ice cream parlor in France has this little crack in the wall. To the untrained eye, it looks like nothing. But some have decided that it's meant to be a phoenix. I don't know whether that's true or not, but I can kind of see it. Like wing, beak kind of like compressed into the chest. It's supposed to be like Griffon has left its mark.
I see a wall.
Park trivia is often lost on the unimaginative.
All right, since this is such a beautiful day, we've decided to get on the train that takes you all around the park. On this gorgeous day, come on a train ride with us around Busch Gardens.
Room for all of our passengers. If you have small children in your party, for their safety, please place them toward the center of the car seat and not on the outside edges. Thank you for your attention and cooperation. Enjoy your ride.
right, fam, we're thinking that now is probably the best opportunity we're going to have to ride the all-new Loch Ness. Now, we looked at the queue from the train, and it did not look short. And I didn't expect that because it's been completely reimagined. It's newly reopened after a long time down. So it's gonna be very popular. It's also on the Quick Queue Plus system now. It wasn't before, it was not available for Quick Queue, and now you can jump the line if you pay a premium. It's not on the standard Quick Queue. We don't have either, so it doesn't really matter for us, but I think that is gonna ratio our ability to board in the standard queue too, so. It's gonna be a long wait, but I think it'll be worth it. We're also probably gonna try to get a POV since this might be our only time on the ride before later in this season. So if you don't hear us screaming or laughing or enjoying ourselves, it's not because we're actually not enjoying ourselves. It's because we're trying to get footage for multiple different purposes. Clean footage. Well, I can't speak for the ride, but the queue has been significantly themed since the last time we stepped in it.
Lots of sound loops.
It had some theming beforehand, but not this much.
I would say D-level theming maybe. This is B+ to A- level theming.
Yeah. I mean, look at all that. It looks awesome.
Thank you. And enjoy
Upon a new team, welcome. We just made a bit of a discovery for you. We found this craft close to shore. Looking for the key, the only edge of the walk, but you could be walking anywhere. So better to keep your eyes and ears open as the beasts are there. And as soon as she's mighty hungry.
into it and it's rougher.
Oh.
Can we talk? Let's talk about the positives.
Let's talk about the positives. That was an incredibly well-themed experience. That is some of the best theming that Busch Gardens has ever done.
Absolutely.
Truly.
The queue line, brand new things to look
There's
at.
a narrative, like you can follow from the second you step in line. There's a story that goes all the way through the ride experience.
Images, props,
The
sound
cave
loops.
scene, which for the longest time has just been an empty, dark space, is now immaculately themed with some screens, and you have your first encounter with the monster in there. It is a super, super cool experience as far as theming goes.
Yeah, sound loops, on-ride soundtrack, not to mention the Loch Ness Monster appears at the tail end of it.
Now here's the elephant in the room. The ride is incredibly rough. I was really hoping that with the new theming and the reimagining,
Some track replacement?
yeah, we saw the track ripped up, so we really thought it was gonna be like much smooth. And it's always been a rougher ride.
I was a little nervous when I saw that the trains were
identical.
kind of identical.
Yep, they put the new wraps on them, but I think
Yeah.
they're the same old trains.
Yeah.
So, and the track, although the track has been replaced, you can tell those people are having a so-so time on that interlocking loop.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we're just too old for it.
I don't know, because
I've had better rides on it though.
the last time, yeah, we rode front row, which is usually a lot smoother, and the last time we went on front row, we felt like we had it was always rough, but we felt like it was at least a little bit smoother the last time we did it.
Yeah.
Now, it feels genuinely like it's one of the roughest rides we've ever been on.
Yeah,
And I would do it again, but like,
it's so
yeah.
good. I enjoyed that so much, but I just don't know. That might be like a one and done for me for a long time.
Well, that's the thing. I was gonna say I would do it again, but I'm gonna need a break. I'm gonna need a long, like more than a day's break, because
Yeah.
my body can only take so much.
Yeah.
Having said that, I mean, I assume with the train still being on the track, it remains an ace landmark, so it's still a historical credit. Still got the interlocking loop. The theming, again, A+ on theming. It's worth doing at least once, but depending on what kind of rider you are, oof.
Yeah, might need the Advil.
Boba tie. Oh, it's cute.
Smells good. Oh, and it comes with 2 steers.
Nice. Got it. Thank you. Yep. Oh, it looked good. I want to point out 2 things very quickly. 1, this looks delicious. 2, they're definitely playing a sound loop from Disney's Animal Kingdom.
That's tasty. Like shepherd's pie meets quiche.
It looks like shepherd's pie meets quiche.
It's like an egg pie with beef.
As it's more savory, right?
Oh yeah, it's definitely savory. I think it's delicious.
I'm sure it is. I feel like I'm sitting under the tree of life right now.
It is a little hot.
Oh,
But it's like a good. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was expecting that chicken to be more dry, and it's really not.
No,
It's not like
it's very-
hot, but
It's the
tender.
perfect balance of dry and moist.
like the seasoning. I like the coconut rice.
Yeah.
So
Gives Ireland a different vibe, doesn't it? For the record, we've been coming to Food and Wine at Busch Gardens now for 3 years, and Brazil is always a hit. Skipping it right now, but we'll be back. We always come back. There's been some talk about potentially hopping on Le Scoot. I don't know about all that. I don't know about all of that. Yep, we're doing Alpengeist. You gotta! There's a peacock on this train. Beautiful. For us, Alpengeist is probably our second must-do of this park. When we come here, we always do Griffon, we often do Alpengeist, and we often do Verbolten. Those are our big three.
Yep.
There are tons of great rides here, but I would say Alpengeist is probably the second best of everything.
That might have been my favorite ride on Alpengeist.
We say that every time though. Every time we get off Alpengeist, we're like, it was so good that time.
So good.
It blew every other time out of the... I think it's just a great ride. Like, it's all around, like, over the course of the day, the hotter it gets, and then it runs constantly, and it just becomes so smooth and so fast, and somehow so intense. It's a great ride. It is the ride. After Griffon. The tentpole attraction here in Germany is the Darkoaster. It's an indoor roller coaster, straddle style. It is, after Loch Ness, which is a reimagined coaster, the newest attraction here at Busch Gardens. It does have a relatively low capacity. It does have a relatively low capacity, so it's not going to be an easy thing to achieve without the quick queue. It's currently got a 60-minute wait. I think we're gonna bypass it for the time being, but it is a fun ride. It's not like the top attraction, but it is a fun ride. If you have time and the line is short, I would jump in.
Are we samples?
Yes, absolutely.
Is this Kettle?
Yes, it is.
That's
the best.
This is the caramel, but we have all kinds of flavors.
Do we pick a kernel or do we
You
take the
take
cup?
the cup.
Okay. I don't want to take more than my fair share.
Oh yeah, it's right there.
We have all kinds of flavors.
They have a whole operation going on over there.
I love it here. I'm never leaving.
Look at the sun setting over Coaster Bay though. I mean, that is just magnificent. Oh my God. This park has routinely won awards for being one of the prettiest in the country. And you can totally see why. We have made it at last to the Turkey booth, where it turns out I will be getting nothing. But Katie will get something.
Wah wah. Out of kebabs. No turkey for us. We're headed instead now to, where did we decide to go? Jamaica?
We're
back to
going
Jamaica?
back to Jamaica.
We're headed back past Verbolten again, all the way to the Darkoaster area, because that's where Jamaica is. The lines may be longer, it's getting to be dinner time, so everyone's starting to get hungry, and these food booths will also close around 9:30, which only gives us about another 2 hours to get everything we want to get with our free passes and our platinum samples and whatnot. So we'll see what happens. Worst case, we eat something on the way home, but I plan to use as much of these samples as I possibly can.
Bush bucks.
Bush bucks! Vastly more successful over the Jamaica booth. This is the ginger limeade. These are jerk sliders, jerk chicken by the way, with coleslaw. And this, remind me, rum coconut cake?
Yes, coconut rum cake.
I like to make it super messy by putting the slaw on my slider.
At least we have napkins this time.
Yeah, and there's bathrooms right there.
Yep.
We'll probably wash our hands. And then a little bit of that patty
Yeah.
sauce.
Yeah. This is not a new item. This is not a new booth. We get this every single year. Yeah, we just keep coming back. Don't use all the patty sauce on your
I'm
leavings.
not.
Selfish.
I'm sharing.
Selfish. Money well spent, I think. Or push bucks well spent.
And a much shorter line.
Yeah. All right, now what's in the beverage?
This is limeade or lime-like juice, brown sugar, and ginger.
Okay.
It is a mocktail. There's no alcohol.
It's the Jamaican horchata, basically.
Yeah, it's the Jamaican. All the booths have like a mocktail. They call them refreshers, and then like some alcoholic beverages. This is their mocktail. I love that. The only thing that I think that may make this better, which is probably not traditional for Jamaicans, is a little bit of vanilla ice cream on top.
That goes for any breaded dessert. But yes,
Like when
I
you
agree.
get a warm, cakey dessert with a little sauce, it just needs a little bit of vanilla ice cream.
That was a good dessert call. Final stop on our food and wine tour. I said we'd be back, and back we are. All right, folks, this is our last food and wine stop. You can tell it's getting dark, so the food booths are starting to shut down. This is going to be the last thing that we have today. And this is
Churrasco,
with
Which is-
chimichurri.
which is seasoned steak with chimichurri sauce.
And this,
Is coconut milk rice pudding with shredded coconut on top.
and that is Griffon.
This is also a returning favorite for the festival and for us.
Yep, like the Jamaica Booth, we've had this before. We know we like it. But last year, it was not as strong as the year prior.
Yeah.
And this year, it looks more like the year prior.
Yeah.
Oh.
Back to form.
Back to form. The sauce is much better this year too.
The steak also has its own spices in there.
Yeah,
which
it's definitely seasoned.
Definitely, it's better seasoned this year than it was last year. And you can tell, this steak is a little bit more well done, but it's not overcooked.
The piece that you just had though was still pink, I could see it.
Yeah, it was. It held a lot more juice than last year's steak.
Okay, there's a little bite. I am most accustomed to Cozy Shack rice pudding.
Which is a very low bar.
Yes.
It's good, but it's a very low bar for rice pudding.
This is good. And then the coconut milk is definitely coming forward, which we both like coconut, so.
We do.
And the toasted shredded coconut on top. It's good.
Don't look back as you pray the black forest.
No headlights today.
Oh,
you will not see anything.
How well you're going to be able to see this, because I know the GoPro doesn't function super well in low light, but Pompeii looks glorious.
Well, that's gonna do it for us here at Busch Gardens in Williamsburg, Virginia, and what a day we've had. It was super busy, and we had a hard time getting on certain rides because we knew that the foot traffic here was gonna be heavy, but we got on 5 different rides, which is more than I think we expected to.
Yeah.
Loch Ness Monster, all new attraction. Rough ride, but the theming made it worth it. At least for one ride. At least for the one ride. We did it once, we may never do it again, but wow, what a great job they did on theming. We also filled ourselves to bursting on food and wine booths, savory and sweet, and I think we got pretty good value out of the things we did. We missed one of the new ones, which was turkey or turkey, depending on how you choose to pronounce it. I'm not heartbroken about that. At the end of the day, we went back to Brazil and we filled ourselves on stuff there, so it's not like we missed out.
We had a couple new things and some old favorites that are always a hit.
Right,
So.
and we saved a ton of money with our Platinum membership too, because the food and wine complimentary items or the specialty items that they give you as part of your Platinum membership, you get
vouchers.
2 per person for food and wine items, and then we got like 10 Busch bucks, which also figured in.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, I think we saved like $70. Obviously, we were testing out a new camera today too, so let us know what you thought of that. I realized a little too late that some of the POVs, there would be a shift in quality because the old GoPros we took on the rides were 4K. This is shooting in 5K. We also know the GoPro isn't awesome in low light, so we're experimenting a little bit, but the GoPro, the 12 that we bought, is handling pretty nicely today, and I think we're pretty happy with it, but we'll have to see how it looks in post. So let us know what you thought, and if it's not good, we can always backpedal. We still have the old stuff, we're just trying out something new. There was some discussion too on whether or not we might jump on Pompeii or even Roman Rapids today, because it did get a little warmer in the afternoon, but here's the thing. We're gonna get plenty wet tomorrow because we're double heading it this weekend. We are headed tomorrow to Water Country, USA. First time since 2022, so 2 years off. We're going back. Thank you guys for joining us. I think we had a great day here and I hope Katie enjoyed her birthday.
I did.
More or less.
Quite so, quite so.
We will see you on the next one, guys. Look forward to Water Country coming real soon. I've been Tim.
I'm Katie.
And every day,
It's a new adventure.
and we'll see you again soon. Bye.